What's going on, everybody? So today we're actually going to stop and make a quick stop at O'Reilly's to pick up some stuff for the car. Obviously we did the flush last night, well, the drain, and we're going to go through and pick up some refill. So we're going to do that, and then I am going to go through and look for some other supplies that we're going to need as well. So we're going to go inside and we'll get that done and we'll be right back. What's going on, everybody? So we are obviously back at home. I've had dinner, I've changed, gonna start working on Sylvia. So with that being said, we did obviously pick up the coolant earlier. We're not gonna be putting that in there because I did find out that our small project that I thought yesterday was small, not so much. I actually reached out to one of my points of contact, and I did have them send over the shop manual, and it confirmed my suspicions. So it did actually add a little bit more of a nightmare. So anyways, just to break that down, we have to remove the AC compressor. Not only that, I also have to remove the power steering pump just to get to those bolts behind the units themselves to get the oil filter housing off. So that's not getting done today. That may get done this weekend. Don't know yet. Might get it started. That's going to be a massive project. It got from here. Yeah, it stretched quite a bit. We're just gonna, so we're skipping that for now. We are actually going to go through and do something else. Like I have said in one of the past videos, I did actually get some of those new clips. And I'm going to rotate you around here. Those clips that we actually got are to hold this side skirt on that's already on here. We're going to take this one off because the clips up in the front, and you can't see where I'm pointing with holding the phone, right? So this is what happens when you're a one-man camera crew. The clips that are up in the front, because of doing the panels before and because of the age of the car, the original clips did snap. We've actually got a replacement set, which is sitting over here on our trusty little table. Somewhere. There they are. So these are the clips themselves. These actually just slide into little grooves, which I'm going to show you here in a moment. They slide into the grooves of the actual side piece, and then the whole thing clips into the car itself. We are not going to actually put it back together because I've gotten a smart idea. We're going to take those off the car completely to then attach these two. Okay? Obviously, you did see earlier in this video that I did pick up the paint to do that, as well as the sandpaper to go through and make that a lot more of a just a better surface for the paint to stick to. So we're going to go through and get this started. It's going to probably take us a few minutes, and then I'm going to say a few minutes. Watch it be a long process. I'm hoping it's not. It should be because it's just popping the clips off. So I'm going to grab the tools and we'll go from there. Okay, so obviously from this angle you can see how dirty that is. You can see why I want to take it off the car, so we can prep this surface for the actual new skirts to stick onto properly. And we have to go through and get that done because we have plans for some guests this weekend to come over and assist with our coffee content, as well as the extra stuff here on the car. So losing my mind today because obviously it's been another long day at work. Pretty normal for me, but you can hear those clips as they're slowly not wanting to come off. So we're gonna go through and use our pry tool here. And probably not this one. It's not a very thick one. Let's try this one. Nope, don't like that one either. This one maybe? There we go. That one's better. Okay, so I'm going to scoot down. Just keep going. Now, the original ones kind of look like they're in a slide groove, just to be able to pop this whole thing off. I mean, it's possible, but we're just going to break these clips because obviously they're already broken. I have a whole new set. Why not just replace them with all brand new stuff, right? See, that's how we break tools, or break stuff. Not the tool, because obviously the tool is fine. course, I'm gonna have to crawl underneath the car. See what's going on. Okay. Probably clips under here too, with my luck. Yeah, we'll start with the front. We'll just get this pop out first. There we go. There we go. Keep breaking all these clips. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Lots of broken clips. Woohoo. So yeah, just like that. Goes on underneath as well. With some other, the same exact clip actually. Yeah. There we go. So it does actually slide off, so that's actually a good thing to know for the other side. Still getting dirty, you know, I love getting dirty, that's what happens. But this is what the whole side of the panel, the whole side panel comes off as one piece. That's pretty cool. I like that. But the reason I did that again is because we're going to go through and mount the lower skirts to the side piece here. So, cool. So we only broke a few clips, it's not a big deal. We're just going to go through and pull out the ones that actually stayed in the body. Interesting. But anyways, we're going to pause here. I'm going to show you what we're actually looking at here, and we'll be right back. So this is what the underneath looks like after, what is it? It was made in 2014. We're now in 21. So it's what, 7 years? Yeah, 7 years. There's 7 years of debris, dirt. Yeah, we're gonna have to clean all this up. I'm glad we're taking her completely apart. She's gonna be basically a brand new car when we're all said and done. That's what I'm talking about right there. New car? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we got the passenger side off too. This one here is just as dirty. Now this one here, not as many clips actually broke on this one here. I was able to actually slide most of it, which is kind of cool, but I am still gonna have to go through and replace some of the clips just because, again, they're old and fragile. So, I mean, it was to be expected, which is why I bought a kit of them. Now, for the fun part. Still not doing it today, but just to give you a little bit of an idea. So, this is the oil filter housing. The AC compressor is all the way down there at the bottom. Let the phone focus there. There we go. That's the pulley for it. I have to first take off the serpentine belt, which obviously snakes all the way through the front of the motor. Take that completely off. Then go through and disassemble both of those pulley systems right there, which is basically the power steering pump and the AC compressor like we've already talked about. Then after I get those completely out, I can get the 3 bolts that are left. 3. That's it. How irritating is that? But once we get that done, then we can go through and put on the filter plate, which is going to be replacing that. Then we can go through and purchase the lines to then run that from there up to where we're going to put somewhere in this area. I haven't decided yet. The new filter housing and all that stuff, and then run the lines down through the front of the car down into this area here, which is where we're going to then put the oil cooler. So lots of work. After that, we still have to wire the fan to get it to work, but I think I have an idea for that. I'm gonna have to show you guys later, but yeah, lots of work, lots of frustration, minor details, I guess, right? You ever get tired of working on a project and you just want to take a breather? You just want to take a break. So you sit inside of the project while you're, off the ground, no tires. Tires are stacked up in the corner over there. Yeah, I do on occasion too. It's a nice driving. It is a very comfortable seat. It is a factory seat. Nothing special about it. However, I got some surprises coming for that too. Not switching the seat. We are going to be adding to replace a certain little thing right there. Some people will know what I'm talking about. I'll just say that there's 5 reasons to not go anywhere when you're sitting in the seat. Can you guess what it is? I also have something else for this 5 reasons to work. It's going to be mounted behind this seat and behind this seat over here. Can you guess yet? Put it in the comments if you can guess it. Again, hint, 5 reasons. For the people who have no idea what I'm talking about, for people who have no idea about cars or racing or going fast and trying to be as safe as possible, this is a generic seatbelt. We are putting in a 5-point harness. In the back seat, we already got 5-point harness racing seats for some kids. So that's a fun story in itself. Had great times. It's a good conversation piece. And what's going right in the middle, you may ask? I have plans for that too. That's where the nitrous is gonna go. It's accessible to the driver. And then I'll have all the controls at my fingertips up in the front here. I have been thinking about doing some modifications, sitting in the car. I can't wait to drive again. It is one of those situations. Kind of depressing, but at the same time it's kind of nice and enjoyable and fun, because you know what the outcome is going to be. You know it's going to end up being even more fun than when you put it in the garage almost 6 months ago. And yes, it's been that long. Very unfortunate. Obviously COVID didn't help because parts have been delayed and finances have been delayed and everything else that everybody else is having to go through and deal with as well. But we're getting closer. We are getting closer. I mean, at this point, it's kind of all cosmetic stuff. It's not super mandatory. I mean, the oil cooler, that one definitely is mandatory. The 5-point harnesses, I called the manufacturer. They're actually back ordered right now, so I'm not super rushing that one. I mean, I don't have to have them right away, but that is definitely one thing that's on my list for sure. So don't think I forgot about it. I have actually thought of some other cosmetic stuff, like I was saying, inside, having the doors up. I was actually over at John's shop and they were working on some doors for a customer there. And the easiest way to say it is they were actually going through and wrapping the inside of the doors. They were, I mean, it's kind of dependent on the customer's requirements of what they want done, what kind of quality and all that stuff. But I was actually thinking about doing something a little different, because I don't want to sit there and do all these doors. And I'm going to flip the camera around so you can actually see it. One sec. These doors have a lot of curved edges to them. I'm not going to wrap that. So while I was at his shop, I think I came up with a pretty good idea. That idea is to go through and plasti dip them. It's not a permanent solution, but if I sit there and do a good enough coat on them, it will actually hold up just as well as the vinyl would. And how often are you going to be making contact with that? The doors are now perfectly aligned. Don't have to worry about anything to that effect. I just have to go through and do, obviously, cosmetic stuff. So at this point, it's just cleaning it up. Why not do it proper? So that's kind of cool. I'm excited about that. It obviously is going to be significantly cheaper than the wrapping alternative, because I don't want to sit there and buy all that vinyl. And I already have enough vinyl that I need to buy as it is, so why do I want to buy more? Because, you know, the more you get, the more the cost goes up too. So no. What else? I thought about doing a new rear end. What that means for people who don't know what I'm talking about is to go through and upgrade the differential. The differential is actually, so from the back of the motor, it comes through your drive shaft, and I am going to skip over some parts because obviously there's a lot of little small pieces in between, but the major points is it goes through the drive line, which goes into basically your gear housing in the very back. That gear housing is what then turns to make the axles, which is the horizontal parts. So you've got your piece that comes in, it goes sideways into each tire. That's actually what rotates the back tires. And yes, I am skipping over some stuff for the people who know actually what they're talking about. But to that point, if I go through and upgrade the rear end, that means I can put more power down to the ground quicker, which is torque. So basically having that extra power will get me, you know, just more power in general. So might as well take it. So that's another expensive project. Might do that later, because that's probably going to be a weekend project, especially considering I still have the 2 vehicles. So I can be driving Sylvia and then decide to do that over a weekend. If I take a 3-day weekend or whatever from work, I can sit there and prop up the whole back end and do the swap, which is a lot of parts too, but who knows. Anyways, thank you for watching. Everybody that is new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Everybody that's existing, welcome back. This is obviously SBC Garage. Please comment, like, subscribe, pass it on to your friends. I'm going to keep telling everybody this because I am dead serious about this. Any money from the first paycheck that we get from YouTube, and obviously it's like a commission check, the more that we get, subscriber watch time, ads, and everything else, the more that we get, the higher that paycheck is. If you want to win that, the first paycheck that we get is going to go to one of you guys. It will go to a lucky winner, a lucky subscriber. I am dead serious about that. It will go to one of you guys. We'll do a project, we can buy some coffee stuff for you, whatever you want to do to that aspect. We'll put you on the channel, we'll have some fun, because that's the key point of this. I do want to have some fun with our subscriber base, because that's the whole point of this platform. You watch this for entertainment, I make this for entertainment, I don't need the money, we're gonna go have some fun. So let's get this happening. As of right now, as of the last time I checked, we are at 68 subscribers. That's pretty good, considering as of like November, we were in the 30 range. So obviously that's not very long ago. We're doing pretty good, but that's nowhere near 1,000. We need to exponentially, obviously at this point, it's over 10 times our subscriber base. Share it to your friends. If you think they are interested in this type of content, tell them about it. Obviously at this point, it's going to be word of mouth. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email, and I'm gonna obviously put it down in the very bottom of the screen, right here. The email, as you can see, is ssbc.garage@gmail.com. Please feel free to reach out to me. I will answer back, as well as, you know what? Yeah, I'm pretty much done talking. You guys have a wonderful day, because obviously this is coming out tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great day. We'll talk later. Bye.